We're going to try now, again, it's not going to be well lit, but to show you some of the differences in the GTS and our Yas Marina car. With the JRZ double adjustables, we do have Eibach springs in the front, and a combination, I believe, of Eibach and H&R. I'll have to double check that, but I believe that's the case. And you can again get a better overall view of the fact that as you see the light coming through the shark fins up here, you can see that how well it's ventilated, that the air can escape from creating a high pressure area inside of the fender area. And again, the air curtain here that is designed to flow air from this area around the front wheel, and instead of having turbulence build up and therefore drag, that's the design parameter that we have, or we and Peter Flossman have used to develop a more aerodynamically streamlined package. We've also added BMW's factory lower rockers here. So again, in somewhat as a cosmetic addition, but primarily to again smooth airflow. The GTS does not have a component like that, and again, it's not a huge, obviously a huge setback for the car, but it does, I believe you'll find that this particular arrangement is not going to be quite as aerodynamically friendly as with our rocker panels here. Smoothing the air along the base of the car. If we look inside of the wheelhouse here of the BMW, you can get a bit of a view of, again, very small diameter coil spring, because it is a coilover, a fully adjustable coilover where ride height can be set, spring rates can be changed pretty readily, things of that nature. But what you will find is complete enclosure here, which we don't have on the blue car, and that your air exit area is somewhat limited. Same inlet flow here, but much less available exit area. The wheels are the carbon fiber factory BMW wheel, extremely light, extremely strong, very attractive actually on the car. Brakes on both cars are identical, both in size and function, are both a composite carbon ceramic, which are known to be superior for both weight and just the ability to stop the car again and again and again without fade, without boiling the brake fluid, things like that. The rear of the car, you can get a better view, but not particularly better, of the rear shocks on the blue car and on the GTS. They're similar in function, similar in design. And then if we look at the final piece of the puzzle aerodynamically, the GTS does have a beautifully crafted rear wing that's constructed from carbon fiber and I believe aluminum alloy, and just aesthetically, a lovely piece of equipment. The components on the rear of the blue car are not quite as sophisticated looking, even though they are certainly effective in terms of aerodynamic efficiency, fully adjustable as is the rear wing on the GTS, and it does allow for it certainly allows for easy size changes. If we want to go larger, it would not be difficult to just take a few minutes to remove that wing and replace it with a larger wing. Finally, before we take the cars out, we'll take a quick look in the trunk. The GTS, as you would expect, very nicely finished, being a factory completed automobile. There's not much in the way of surprises back here. You do have an area back here where you have a water tank for the water injection, which is a fairly older method of cooling supercharged, turbocharged, forced induction engine, where a fine mist of water is sprayed into the intake track, and the water itself will actually cool the intake charge and allow for higher boost without detonation and things like that. Beyond that, I think you've got a first aid kit and a few miscellaneous things here. Nicely finished deck lid. As with most, I believe it's a carbon fiber deck lid with an aluminum skin, so that it has a very nice finish. The blue car also features a carbon fiber deck lid, but it is strictly carbon fiber without any other additional materials added to it. The carbon fiber is, very high quality, finished very well. All of the original everything, all of the original hardware, liners and everything fit perfectly. Because of the nature of the car, it's not quite as finished in the back. It certainly could be, but there are some more exposed areas here which do make maintenance and things like that easier. But one critical thing to point out is the pickup point of our roll bar. The factory roll bar terminates in front of the seat back cushion inside the interior of the car. The design of the fall line piece carries much more of the load, both longitudinally and diagonally, into an area of the car where it is a stressed area above the wheelhouse. So it really, I believe, is a far superior component functionally than the BMW bar, which is surprising, but perhaps it was packaging, perhaps it was, it's hard to say what drove all the decisions with the factory GTS roll bar, but I don't think that there's any debate that this is without a doubt a superior piece when it comes to doing what it's designed to do, which is to stiffen the chassis and protect the driver if there would happen to be an accident of some kind. So that is kind of the rear of the car, and we're gonna shut off here for a moment, and then the final piece is we're gonna let you hear. You can find hundreds and hundreds of videos online of what a GTS sounds like, but you won't find any of this car. So we're going to give you a quick, just very, very brief listen to the engine at full song. So if you'll bear with us for a few minutes, we'll be right back.